I'm Alex.
Hi guys, I'm Manho. So I grew up in the UK and my parents moved over from Hong Kong when they were about 18. I think that Asian culture is very important to me, so I decided to come to Taiwan on my year abroad. Why? It's so that I can connect with my own culture and background. I studied Chinese language at the University of Edinburgh and I'm here in Taiwan to study at NTU. So from a young age at school I started playing football, rugby, cricket, all sorts. And then I hit my growth spurt and decided I preferred rugby over all the other sports.
I'm British Singaporean. I just moved here like a week ago. This is my first time ever in Taiwan. I moved here with him, so we're studying the same course at NTU, Chinese language. So I grew up in Singapore. So I was born there and I lived there until I was 18. My mum is Singaporean, but my dad is British. I went to a British school in Singapore, so all of my friends were Western. There's a lot of bullying going on and there's a lot of sort of shame around being Asian and proud of your Asian heritage. So I found like I was not in touch with that at all. I never pushed myself to study Chinese. But then as I grew older, I realized that's such a stupid mentality and Chinese is so important. It's a global language, but also it's part of my heritage. I'm half Chinese. So I just really invested my time in studying that. We met in class, we were in the same course and it's a pretty small course, like 20 people. So we always knew of each other, but I met him in the very beginning, like second year or something, and he was super rude. I thought he hated me.
That's a lie.
I tried to introduce myself and I was like, oh hi, I'm Alex, really nice to meet you. And he was like, yeah, you're right. So I was like, oh, this guy's a I don't want to be surrounded by him. But then in fourth year, he changed his tune and he thought that I was nice. So then we went on a few dates and that was it, and we've been together for a year and a half. I think for me, with him, I think it's he exercises a lot and really takes care of his body, which I think that's what I find attractive, is he has such dedication to it. And obviously you can tell, but it's more we have aligned interests on that. And I think, yeah, taking care of yourself is super important and being interested in something outside of a career. I must say I'm super surprised in a good way by Taiwan in general, because he'd been bigging it up for a whole year before we moved here. And so I was picturing something in my head and I was like, oh, it's never gonna live up to my expectations because he's been talking about how fabulous it is this whole time. But actually I think it's a really, really cool city. It's not really what I expected of an Asian city. I grew up in Singapore. It's nothing like Singapore. And I've been in Hong Kong a fair bit and I kind of thought it would be a hybrid of the two, but it's absolutely nothing like that. I think it's very young people friendly. There's lots of things to do and it's, I don't know, I would say it's popping, describe it. There's lots of stuff to do, there's cool bars, there's a really good outdoor environment here. So like me, I really enjoy that. Here you could go on an hour bus ride and find yourself in this mountainous region where you could have some really cool hikes. And you could go to the beach, so I think it's really cool.